Hi guys, welcome to my tutorial. I am Exile. I'm gonna let you guys know how to play Cemu on certain Cemu games like Wii Party U without an actual Wiimote. I know you guys have like a lot of workarounds where you can use like external applications, like you can use a DCU with other stuff. So I know there are a bunch of options, but to be honest, I already tried them. I tried to use DES4. I already tried to use my phone. I tried everything, but I was not able to get the infrared because you guys know that we U games and we games as well have both motion and infrared with the Wiimote. The infrared is basically the pointer where we can move the hand around. And some games like Wii Party U are not playable if you don't have both. So right now I'm unemployed, so I am not able to get a Wiimote. I mean, I know they're cheap, but I prefer not to. And I really just wanted to play Wii Party U for a while. Uh, so basically, I made this, which is here are some versions, but which is a virtual Wiimote. It is working through the DSU API. Nothing you really guys need to worry about, but it is pretty plug and play. You just need to run the .exe and configure your Wiimote, your virtual Wiimote, and that's pretty much it. Now, something important, before you open the application, you guys are going to need to download and install Python. This is a very straightforward process. You just click here, run the installation. It's a default Windows installation. Next, next, next. That's pretty much it. I mean, there's a lot of tutorials you can actually see to install Python. It's really simple, guys. So I'm not gonna do it, but after you install Python, you just go to the link I'm gonna leave in the description, my GitHub, where I have the repository for this little application. Then you're gonna download the latest release, and you're gonna get this application here. It's really simple. You just click here. I mean, this is the link you guys gonna have in the description. Make sure to leave and start if you can, only if you can. You're gonna click here on releases, and you're gonna download the .exe, and that's pretty much it. Now, when you run the .exe, you're gonna bind uh, your your controls if you want to use the keyboard or if you want to use the I don't know joystick you guys might have that you want to use instead of the Wiimote, and you're gonna select which one is gonna be the controller for the pointer. You have multiple options. Right now I have a joystick control connected. you, I could use one of the analogs, the right analog or the left analog of the joystick, or I can use the mouse. Right now I'm gonna use the mouse, but if you guys have like a control or a joystick that you wanna use for the pointer, as long as it can move around in the screen, you're gonna be able to use it. Okay. You can also bind every single key. Uh, I mean, this is like the default configuration, but you can assign your own keys. You can save them here on save config, and it's gonna load the configuration every single time you open the application. There's a lot of options here. You can play with the hearts. You can invert the y-axis. I'm not gonna do any of this, and you guys don't really need to worry about this. But if you want like more speed, or if you are having some performance issues, you can play around with all of these options. Here are the motion controls. You can bind the motion keys because basically this is meant for people that are not able to get a Wiimote. So everything is simulated. The pointer for the infrared is emulated and the motion is emulated, just like we did in uh, Dolphin. This is actually very based on Dolphin because on Dolphin you were able to assign the motion to keys and the infrared as well. So once you have once you have this application running, you can see the log. Once it says listening, you can go to Cemu. This is hopefully gonna work with most Cemu releases. I am using 2.074, but it should be compatible with most of releases. I have not really tested it, but I base this whole code on the Cemu uh, code because Cemu is open source. So in order to see how the DCU emulation work, I checked their repository. So this should be work with most versions. If not, let me know so I can help you. But well, once you open Cemu, you're gonna go to Input Settings. Then you're gonna select the slot where you want to configure the emulated control. In this case, I'm gonna use the slot number 2 for the controller number 2 because I'm gonna play Wii Party U, and for this game you need two controls. The first one is the gamepad, which I am emulating through a normal joystick on X input, and I'm gonna use controller number 2 for my emulated Wiimote. I already have it configured, but it is very simple, guys. You just need to click here on this plus. You're gonna click on API and you're gonna select DSU controller, and you're gonna leave the IP 127.0.0.1. You're gonna have to change that. Put on port, you're gonna change the last number to 1. It is gonna be by default 26760. You're gonna change it to 26761. This is in case you guys have like another controller that is using DSU in order to avoid any compatibility issues, but it's just to change one number, so it's not a big deal. After that, you guys gonna click here on the controller. You're gonna wait a little bit and you're gonna select the controller number 1. Then you're gonna click on add, and that's pretty much it. You're gonna make sure here on emulated controller that Wiimote is selected, and you're gonna make sure here on extensions the motion plus is selected, and you're gonna click also on settings and make sure use motion is checked. Okay, so you need to have motion plus and use motion both checked. Now you're gonna need to recreate the bindings for the keys you have here as well with the same exact keys. If it's for a gamepad or for a keyboard, it doesn't matter. You're just gonna recreate these bindings, the Wiimote physical buttons bindings here. Why? Because this is emulating a controller through DCU API. So basically the bindings you have here are like creating a fake controller, and the keys you assign here are keys that Cemu is recognizing as keys of the controller, so you have to assign them twice. So the keys of the controller that already is being recognized are gonna be binded for each action. It's gonna give you some weird names here, but you don't really have to worry about this. I mean, it's just because it's emulated through DCU, so you don't really have to worry about it. You just need to put the same key. Here, for example, I have A. This is the keyboard, the letter A. So here I press A and it's gonna say circle, but it's A. You don't have to worry. You just need to press the same exact key. Okay. Once you do it, that's pretty much it. You can start play. In this case, since the pointer is the mouse is gonna do the infrared emulation. So I just need to start the game. As you guys can see, my mouse is acting as the controller pointer. The game is in Spanish, so sorry for that, but that's pretty much it, guys. You also have the motion, so you can play around with the motion bindings, and this is fully customizable. So you guys can actually like change the speeds, the durations. You can change everything. It's very, very, very custom, so you can bind everything and change everything. But this is up to you guys. If you guys just want to play, just leave it like this. And that's pretty much it. I know there are some alternative options. There are some third-party applications. I did this because I wasn't able to get them to work. And I think it should be a little bit more simpler, but this is a very new application, so there may be some bugs. Let me know. And that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope this actually works for you and helps you play those games that are just uncomfortable or impossible to play without the infrared or the motion. And that's it. You guys have a great great rest of your day, and thank you for watching my tutorial. Bye bye.